Welcome to the FIGO video, giving you an hint into the actual system itself and how it evolved. My name is Sifu Atkins Ramsey, and this system was devised by me many years ago in the late 70s. I basically concocted a system which involved many other systems within it. Here I am in the first video with my senior black belt on the right hand side, and I'm just demonstrating some of the kicking that we did from the early stage when I was just 22 years old. My first inspiration had to be Muhammad Ali. Here he's in a video, one of the greatest boxing trainers of all time, and he's showing a demonstration of one of the punches that he was dynamic in executing. And I took a lot of these kind of techniques from punching techniques from Muhammad Ali's speed and accuracy. My second inspiration was Bruce Lee, probably my first really, because he's more like a kung fu man. And what I did was I took the side-on stance, fighting stance that Bruce Lee demonstrates in this famous movie Fist of Fury. As you can see, when he goes down into a side stance, it's very difficult for you to actually see any part of your opponent to hit. Here he is in the side stance position. Now, if you notice when Robert Baker attacks him, he's moving around the circle and he's still turning to the side. Right, here's a karate competition I entered many years ago in 1985. It was a tournament in London, and these two gentlemen here were fighting each other. Eventually, I had to actually have a bout with them. Unfortunately, they were not up to my standard in any way whatsoever. And you will see, as coming up very shortly, my kicking techniques overwhelmed them to the point where I was actually disqualified in both these bouts. But what I was really trying to demonstrate here was that it wasn't so much that was this power behind the kicks, it was control. If you look at the kicking techniques I'm using here, they're unusual to karate, like the twist kick that goes straight in through the guard through the stomach. But here I demonstrate the speed of kicks with accuracy, timing, and I put him on his back. The other point that one has to understand is that in some systems they regard punching to the face, kicking to the face is outlawed. And in karate there is no such thing as in tournaments as punching to the face, but there is kicking to the face. Here I demonstrate some kicks to the face, but they're controlled. And if you see in slow motion, you can see they're controlled. And my opponent is literally overwhelmed at the moment. He's basically a brown belt in karate, and he wasn't really up to my standard at that stage. I'm at the age of 28 at this moment, in this video, and I was still developing the FIGO system from here. I started to take my time with the spar. I calmed down. I didn't come up with anything aggressive, but then I used one kick that bewildered the referee. Here it is. It's a twist kick. It goes right through the defense into the stomach. And he felt that because he didn't recognize the kick, because it's not really used in karate, he felt that I used excessive contact, I was disqualified. The second bout, I did the same thing, the twist kick again, unrecognizable to the karate referee, because it's the karate tournament and I'm a kung fu teacher. And here I am again trying to be very calm and cool, because it's a semi-contact tournament. I hit my opponent with a twist kick again, and here I was disqualified for the second time. But soon after that, we had an earlier tournament, which was about a year earlier than this, and I had a really worthy opponent. And I have to raise my hat to this gentleman I'm sparring with here. He was very, very good. He was what you call one of the original karate practitioners that makes karate what it is today. He's very, very calm, as you can see. Here I am, just working my way around him. I mean, the tournament being a semi-contact means that you cannot actually use full contact with your attacks. So everything you will see here is just gauged at your opponent, as opposed to trying to harm the opponent. But in karate, they have a devastating technique with the fist. which I actually took the concept of this. See it? There it goes. He strikes to my face, but unfortunately, if you can see, he didn't actually get me in the face, but I got him in a counter-attack, which was just an automatic thing for me. When someone rush attacked me, in those days, I would use that particular attack. Since then, the system has changed drastically, and we no longer actually go kick to the groin with a counter-attack, with a rush attack to the face. Here it is again, he rush attacks me again, so I use a different approach. But he turns around and I clip him. It wasn't a full contact blow because my hand was pulled back. But this is the new approach we have now. We just use a front kick with karate guys. And we use a very powerful front kick that seems easy, but it's not. Here I'm fighting a very, very brave Kung Fu guy in this same tournament. And this guy, as far I had a lot of respect for him. These guys were smaller than me, so I had a lot of reach over them, etc. But don't take nothing away from these guys. They had a heart, and it takes a heart to be a good fighter. It takes a heart to actually stand up to someone of my build and size as well. But at the early stages, I was developing my sweep, and I was just using it with just my legs. I could actually get into an opponent and sweep them off their feet without using any, and I was punching afterwards as opposed to simultaneous that we would. What we do now, we change the system where the Cobra is simultaneous with the kick, with the sweep. There he goes on the floor again. And this is just timing and accuracy. This video I'm showing you is one of my favorite students of all time. This guy was only trained with me for 3 months, and he'd managed to accomplish a level of skill that I've never seen with any other student. Even though I'm making him look a little bit weak here, he was a very, very good student, and he started training with me at the age of 34. And his name was Jeff. And this is like a little tribute to Jeff, really, because I haven't seen Jeff for several years, and he was one of the best students I've ever trained in my life. And when it came to training, we used to train together like for hours, every single night, every single day. And I hope Jeff will be able to see this video someday, because it reminded him of the days when we used to train consistently non-stop. I'm also demonstrating the dance technique. That's it, Jeff. Good speed. That's it, Jeff. Good, Jeff. Good. Yes, Jeff. Beautiful. Here I'm with my son, Pete Jr. I'm just demonstrating some techniques here with the system as it developed.